Blood for the blood god, skulls for the throne of corn. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it is time for a glute and hamstring day, and we started with conventional deadlifts. And I really just made this a deadlift kind of day, right? We did deadlifts, and then we just did the, posterior chain machines that I have. Now, I did include my warm-ups. It's kind of funny. People occasionally ask about warm-ups, so I decided to show you guys the entirety of my warm-up routine today. Since I drank coffee on YouTube also, that showed the rest of my warm-up. That's my entire heating my body up, my stretching, everything before I deadlift involves just drinking some coffee. So that is literally my whole warm-up. I put 405 on the bar after I get caffeinated, and I start pulling. So yes, I'm 48, and I've never had issues doing that. So let's come over and get to the work sets. I went ahead, and it was cold, by the way. Obviously, I'm covered up. It's below freezing in the gym. There was snow outside. Snow day in the Houston area, be the only one we have this year. And it's already 90% melted. So did some doubles. I came in, I'm like, let me just get some really high quality doubles. I didn't want to try to do an AMRAP. Let's just work on quality sets where I'd leave a rep in the tank. Because I've had some people like, well, you look like you could have, because I put all three of these up on the different social media earlier. Some people were like, I mean, you look like you left a little in the tank. It's like, yeah, I did, and that's the idea. So I just wanted to get quality work sets with a heavy weight. Yes, oftentimes my second rep is better than my first on deadlifts, right? It's often better than my first. I need to look at what's going on with my positioning from a few different angles on that. But a lot of it has to do with if I'm not like really in my zone, like when you guys see me go pull, a true max sometimes to where I kind of get fired up just a little bit, just fired up a little to where I pull in tighter. Because usually that second or third rep, I tend to pull in a little tighter when I'm doing rep work. So yeah, the second rep does move cleaner. And it also is definitely indicative that I had a third each time. But I wanted to, on the second rep for each one, definitely work on the lockout, a nice, solid, clean hold at the top. Just a brief one on the second rep each time, right? So just quality work sets. And I felt like I got a lot of training stimulus out of that. Then I went and did some fasted cardio after all this. I'm going to start working that back in. Mainly, I feel like, again, it will help me with the recomposition. I feel like my training volumes have started to get a little high on some stuff. I don't think I need quite the crazy volumes I do. I feel like most of the muscles, about 10 to 15 work sets. Obviously biceps, get a hair more and stuff because of the overlap of the compounds. But realistically, I don't think I need to be hitting 20 sets on anything ever. It's unnecessary. Focus on high quality work on all that stuff. So you guys are seeing kind of doing with curls. Everything is kind of going to failure now, going real strict, full ranges of motion. So again, I do need to bring the arms up here. I had a couple of people note my triceps while wearing the black shirt on doing the deadlifts. And I think what guys have to remember, it's proportions. So when I put a black shirt on and it's kind of slimming and you can't see all 220 pounds of me, then obviously I look like I have bigger arms, triceps and things. But it's about proportion. So it's kind of funny, when people say those negative things, I'm like, my arms aren't really the small guys. I'm bigger than my arms. So that's why they need work. That is why I'm doing a ton of bicep work and everything, because I quite frankly, I need it. It's just about proportions. But I always tell people, when you're in a t-shirt, if you don't look like you lift in a t-shirt, it's a problem, guys, right? It's a problem. So I did 3 sets of the glute ham raises after, and I took these, the third one I definitely hit failure. I wanted them maybe a rep in reserve. Then the third set I hit muscle failure and got stuck at the bottom. So what I wanted to do here, I felt like skipping the good mornings today. I didn't need them. I'm at a point where I don't know that I need good mornings at all. I can just do volume on deadlifts, and quite frankly, I like deadlifts. It's kind of like with the benching, I feel like maybe I could just build volume with the 550, just like I want to build volume with 315 on the bench. I could just build volume over multiple work sets with 550 deadlifts, and I don't have to do it every workout. I can do it here and there like I do on the bench. I have days where I do a top set, other days where I come in and work it that way. But I do like sometimes just focusing a little bit on the deadlift more than other stuff because I get a lot out of it. As long as we can recover, that's the problem. I get good gains from the deadlift. I feel like it makes the entire backside of my body grow if I do a little bit of volume on it. But we do need these other supplemental work. So I do still like to, if I'm not going to do the good mornings, definitely got to push the glute ham raises so that we get that extra function of the hamstring, right? And we hit failure right there. And then after that, I did 4 sets of reverse hypers, 4 sets of 25. Again, just chasing that pump, that blood flow, getting all that. So if we're going to do the heavy pulls for volume, or even if I do heavy good mornings, like the reverse hypers are fantastic for just overall recovery. You know, we get that blood flow, we put the back in traction. They're themselves a legitimate lower back and glute exercise. I think the first time I remember in many, many years getting DOMs in my glutes was after pushing reverse hypers hard. I'm like, wow, I'd never get that. So here though, these days I'm not trying to push a ton of weight. I've gone through different phases where I do 600-700 pounds for reps and swing. Now I'm like, let's just go strict for a while. Let's just get the therapeutic benefit, get some blood flow. I can let these other big movements be the hard hitters. So today it's pretty much what I did. Let the deadlifts be the hard hitter. Then secondary hypertrophy work from a completely different angle with the glute ham raise. So again, such a vastly different stimulus with the hamstrings involved because of being able to hit the biceps femoris and everything a bit different, so that we get complete hamstring development out of it. And then we come in and just hammer everything with the pump work and restoration work from the reverse hyper. So again, nice variety of stimulus here, you know, because our rep range was, you know, like doubles and then 10s and then 25s. We worked 3 different angles of everything, and it's good. Like, we're good to go here. Like, for me, I will make adaptations off this. I'll grow off this. And really, for me, as long as I have all the other back work and upper back work and everything on my back day, then I'll be in a good place with this. I'll get the deadlift back up to where I want it. So for those who missed the goals, I want to get leaner. I want to recomp. We need to get bigger. Obviously, need my arms bigger, but performance, I want to not really drift over 220 at all. So we're going to focus on recomposition for a bit. And the goals this year, I want to pull in the 600s again. I want a 550 back squat. I want a 375 like wide grip bench, 315 incline. Okay, those are on my to-do list. And so again, I'll turn 49 this year near the end of the year in December. So that's going to kind of be my goals for the year on the strength. Now, obviously, physique, we want to get leaner. I need the arms to come up. I feel like my chest needs to get bigger. I feel like my side delts need to get a bit bigger, but definitely arms, biceps, triceps need to be the biggest priority. But I do feel like I need a little bit fuller of a chest also, because a lot of it looks big because my back is big and I have a thick rib cage, but I could stand to have more pectoral also. And the same thing, you know, it's like my triceps are probably, you know, people don't realize I have triceps for some reason. But then you look at my closer grip benching and it's stronger. I personally feel like my benching is very, very tricep dominant. It's very tricep dominant. And that's okay. But I need to continue to bring the chest up to resolve that. But I do need to keep hammering arms. Like, bigger arms all the way around is going to help my physique with getting the waistline leaner, probably more than anything else I could do. The other stuff needs to be there, but I want everything to grow, realistically. I need my whole body to grow. I just need a priority towards that. And then we have those strength goals, because we can have all those things, guys. We can have size, we can have strength, we can have leanness, you know, and there's a balancing act to be had. And I don't feel that they're counterproductive at all. Like, oh, you have to do just one. Only if you're trying to be Mr. Olympia or be an open world record holder in powerlifting do you need to really think in that terms of specialization. Okay, for everyone else, it's not necessary. We can achieve all those things, right? We can achieve all those things. And then I finished up with a set of hanging leg raises. I didn't do that many reps on these because I was tired and had shoes on. So overall, pretty dang happy with today's workout, especially considering it was in sub-freezing temperatures. So I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.